Gangs have long been a target of law enforcement, and this story concerns a commonly used tool police have developed to thwart them, gang databases. Basically, lists the police keep of people they say are involved in gangs. You might remember, earlier this year, the government used them as a justification to deport immigrants, most famously in the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, whose deportation, they later admitted, was a mistake. Before Trump doubled down on this Microsoft Paint bullshit being actual evidence, he initially talked about the case like this.
You're talking about Abrego Garcia, is that the one? Yeah. Is an illegal alien MS-13 gang member and foreign terrorist. This comes out of the State Department and very legitimate sources. I mean, I assume I'm just giving you what they handed to me, but this was supposed to be certified stuff.
Oh, was it? OK, well, I'm glad it's certified stuff. That's reassuring. But you know you don't always have to read what they hand you, right? If they handed you Mein Kampf, would you read it out loud? You know, I take that back. That's a terrible example. You wouldn't just read it, you do a fun little riff on it in the briefing room. But it is worth talking about those legitimate sources, because one of the few pieces of evidence authorities have produced to support those MS-13 allegations is Abrego Garcia's 2019 entry into something called GangNet, a regional gang database. Basically, back in 2019, cops apparently approached Abrego Garcia and 3 others at a Home Depot in Maryland, filled out a form identifying them as gang members and submitted it to GangNet. Officers apparently observed he was wearing a Chicago Bulls hat and a hoodie with rolls of money covering the eyes, ears and mouth of the president, saying they know such clothing to be indicative of the Hispanic gang culture and that wearing the Chicago Bulls hat represents that they're a member in good standing with MS-13, which is already a little bit weird, because it implies that somehow, if you're not up to date on your monthly MS-13 dues, your Bulls hat privileges get revoked. The cop filling out that form also cited a past proven and reliable source of information who supposedly corroborated that Abrego Garcia was an active member of MS-13, though you should know that cop was suspended just a week later, pled guilty to misconduct on an unrelated issue, was ultimately fired. Nevertheless, that gang allegation meant that Abrego Garcia was denied bond and spent months locked up in ICE detention. In fact, it later emerged that he's the guy in this local news piece from 2020 speaking anonymously about his experience.
I don't know why they noticed me. Perhaps because of my Latino race, they labeled me as a gang member, which I have never been, and I have no criminal record in my country or in the United States.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. A person's clothing shouldn't be criteria for locking them up for 8 months. As we all know, the worst consequence for fashion choices should be getting roasted by teens on TikTok. Maddie B from Georgia has a right to her opinions, but that doesn't mean that they don't hurt. Hey, Maddie, fuck you. Congratulations on your Sweet 16, but fuck you.